They had to name it twice. This is the official kickoff press conference for Davis versus Garcia. I'm Brian Custer, the host of Showtime Championship Boxing. Thank you. I know y'all been waiting. But I'm here to tell you the time has come. Time has come for one of the biggest fights of 2023. This will be a clash of two young stars in their prime, stepping over the promotional, the broadcast barriers to give fight fans what they want, and that's a mega fight. It's really a bringing together of two of boxing's most explosive, unbeaten, popular fighters, along with their millions, and I'm talking millions, of social media followers. This young man to my left, to your right, Ryan Garcia. Blistering hand speed, one of the most deadly left hooks in the sport of boxing. He's unbeaten. He's 23-0. He's got 19 knockouts. You know, last time we saw him in July, and he took out Javier Fortuna. He'll be facing a young man who is, without question, box office. His record speaks for itself. He has sold out arenas. He's broken gate records in D.C., Brooklyn, Baltimore. He's one of boxing's most vicious punchers. His 93% knockout percentage, one of the best in boxing and among current world champions. He's a three-division multi-world champion. He's also unbeaten. He comes into this fight at 28-0. He's got 26 knockouts. This past January, we saw him stop Hector Garcia. It's Gervonta Tank Davis. The winner, without question, becomes one of the sport's pound-for-pound best and takes his place as the new face of boxing. So what you need to know, it all goes down April 22nd. From the fight capital of the world, I'm talking about Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena. And it's going to be produced by the destination for the best in boxing, and that's Showtime pay-per-view. This event is brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions. It's being promoted by GTD Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Golden Boy Promotions. Now, everyone wants to know, what about tickets? Tickets go on sale Friday, March 10th. They can be purchased through AXS.com. Again, AXS.com. The pre-sale for those tickets starts tomorrow. On Thursday, March 9th, make sure you use the code BOXING. Again, use the code BOXING for the pre-sale, which goes on sale, again, tomorrow. All right, let me introduce one of the promoters of this fight. He's one of the best matchmakers in the sport. He is the president of TGB Promotions. He is Tom Brown.
Thank you, Brian. Yes. Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Well, it's happening. This highly anticipated super fight, which the fans have been begging for, is happening April 22nd at the T-Mobile in Las Vegas, Nevada. And make no mistake about this. This is a super fight, one of the biggest boxing has to offer. It's not often in today's game we see two young fighters, both in their prime, both undefeated, and both entertaining knockout punchers collide. So props to everyone involved in making this fight happen. This really is boxing at its best. No sanctioning body ordered this fight. It's not a mandatory. It's a case of the two best fighters in the division demanding that this fight happens. And any fight involving Gervonta Davis equates to big business and box office success. Tank Davis has proven his star power by breaking records everywhere he fights, making him one of the sport's biggest stars. In his last fight at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., a new all-time gate record, breaking the venue's previous record of the Rolling Stones. Prior to that fight, his event at Barclays Center broke the record for the highest grossing boxing show in the arena's history. And the attendance number also set a new record for boxing at Barclays. He's one of the most explosive and dangerous fighters in the world. And unlike Luke Campbell, if Tank Davis puts you on your ass, you're not getting up. Thank you.
All right. Coming to the podium. Talking about Hall of Famer. One of boxing's greats, especially when you talk about fighters over the past 3 decades. This man was the former undisputed middleweight champion of the world. You can call him the executioner. You can call him the alien. You can just call him great. He's one of Golden Boy's promotions, their partners, Bernard Hopkins.
I also added to that name in boxing. Y'all heard those names. But I have one that y'all need y'all to put in your back pocket for the future, because this is a fight that starts a lot of big other fights, become contagious. Here's that other name that y'all gonna have to call me from now on until I die. The biggest instigator in boxing. Yeah, I'm gonna instigate a lot of stuff to make things at least get talked about and put pressure, no matter where you're from, where house you live in. That means promoters. Everybody that had everything to do with this fight, they need to be respected, and thank you to whoever those people. But we know the fans wanted it. You heard that from Tom Brown. This is one of those fights that we know that we don't see maybe once or twice in a year in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It feels like that to me. So all the reporters, everybody that play a role in the sweet science of boxing, please treat it like that. Don't be late. Be on time if you didn't get it. And also understand that you got to respect the game, just like we got to respect your opinions about what you see, what you think you've seen, and what you wrote. But this fight has ingredients, and also because of the 2 fighters who will be future Hall of Famers, want to prove that come April. Enjoy it. Like I said, this is the top of the year of the biggest fight of this year, and the biggest fight even before it got to this point of 23. We all should treat it that way again. Enjoy the fight, and tell everybody that not fight fans to tune in on this one, and promise them, because I believe everybody in this room should feel that way, that this is going to be a fight that hooks them, that make them stay in the sweet science of being a fan. So if you can do that and we can do that, see how we can work together. You see how this fight got done? So now we need y'all to do what y'all do. All right? I'm going to cut it with that. Enjoy the fight. And don't ask me who's going to win, because y'all know what side I'm on. And you know what I believe. But now it ain't up to me what I think when it comes to the 2 fighters. Either you're going to be wrong the day after or that night, or you're going to be right. Let's enjoy the sweet science come April 14th. Thank you.
Respect. Well, introduced him earlier, but without further ado, Here he is, unbeaten, 28-0, 26 knockouts, from Baltimore, Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Come to the podium now. Again, Hall of Famer. Again, one of the greats. And we're talking about greats. You, what, 11 world titles, 6 different weight classes, one of the best ever to put on a pair of gloves. This guy is the chairman. He's the CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. He's the Golden Boy himself, Oscar De La Hoya.
Thank you very much, Brian. And you know, as I was thinking about my comments today, one word that really comes to mind is mega fight. You know, the word gets thrown around a lot. You know, by when somebody hears about a pay-per-view is happening and taking place, you know, there's some boxing insiders who will call it a mega fight just because it's on pay-per-view. But how often do you get 2 guys who are undefeated, 2 fighters who have huge fan bases, 2 fighters who are early in their peak of their career, and 2 guys that are represented by different companies, different broadcasters? To me, that's what a mega fight is all about, is bringing everyone together, bringing, first of all, the fighters together, the best 2 fighters in their weight division, in that same ring, and getting everyone together to work together for a big mega fight. That's what it's all about. So it almost never happens, but Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis is one that the world is not gonna miss. Trust me, when we were promoting fights back in the day with Mayweather and myself and everybody, those big mega fights is what made boxing. When 2 personalities come into the ring together and create the perfect storm. And that's exactly what they're gonna do on April 22nd, is create the perfect storm. And yeah, a lot of guys obviously know I'm with my guy, you know? And this is the reason why we're gonna bring back those glory days, those big pay-per-view glory days, because of this guy right here, Ryan Garcia. So April 22nd, these 2 guys here are gonna battle it out, they're gonna fight, and I can't do any talking whatsoever because I'm not gonna fight for them, and they gotta do the job themselves. But that's the beauty, they wanted this fight. Nobody else. Ryan Garcia wanted this fight years ago, and now it's here, April 22nd. So may the best man win. May the best man win. I have a lot of respect for Tank. He's an amazing fighter, a great fighter. He's a special fighter. And I have a lot of respect for Ryan Garcia. He's a great fighter and a special fighter as well. So April 27th, good luck, and may the best man win. Thank you.
Let me bring to the podium now a man who obviously helped put all of this together. He can also talk to you about not only that night, the fight card, but all of the programming that will come surrounding fight night in this big mega fight. He is one of boxing's best friend. We call him El Jefe around the office. He's the president of Showtime Sports, Mr. Steven Espinoza.
Thank you, Brian. We're thrilled to be with you today to announce the most highly anticipated fight of the year. Right now, Showtime's in the middle of one of our strongest and busiest runs in recent history. From now until April 22nd, we've got 9 boxing events over 11 weeks. But this fight, Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, April 22nd, is one of the cornerstones of our very ambitious 2023 schedule. As Brian said, as Tom said, it's a battle of the 2 most popular young fighters in the sport, 2 fighters in their athletic primes, 2 of the most exciting fighters in any weight division. Put that together, and you have the biggest fight that is on the boxing schedule. Since 1986, when Showtime Boxing was born, our team has led with premium storytelling, quality production, an all-star cast of commentators with integrity and honesty. But it's on big fights like this one that we really shine. For Tank Davis, this marks his 14th appearance on Showtime, his 6th time headlining a pay-per-view. And as Tom said, he's one of the sport's hottest fighters, selling out venues in LA, Atlanta, Baltimore, Brooklyn, and most recently, DC. 5-time champion in 3 weight classes. He won his first title at 22 and has knocked out 18 of his last 19 opponents. And while Tank might be one of the biggest punchers, pound for pound, in the sport of boxing, Ryan certainly may be one of the fastest. 23-0, 19 KOs, knockouts in 6 of his last 7 fights. So you can't sleep on his power either. We welcome Ryan for his first appearance on Showtime pay-per-view. Now, these are 2 fighters with huge fan bases, very passionate fan bases, massive social media audiences. It would be easy to look at their popularity on social media and be cynical. And in fact, both these fighters get a lot of criticism, unfair criticism. But let's not get this confused. Tank isn't just a guy with big knockout power. He's a skilled boxer, quality amateur pedigree, a multiple-time amateur national champion with over 200 amateur wins. And Ryan's not just a guy with fast hands and a huge social media audience. He's got power of his own, a similar high-quality amateur pedigree, also a multiple-time national amateur champion with also 200 amateur wins under his belt. This fight is the right fight at the right time, with the potential to transcend the sport. This telecast is being produced by Showtime Pay-Per-View, distributed across Showtime Pay-Per-View, and will be available across multiple pay-per-view providers, including, of course, DAZN Pay-Per-View as well. And Tank vs. Ryan will be supported by the Emmy-winning All Access, 2 episodes. Episode 1 premieres April 1st, Episode 2 April 7th. In closing, John F. Kennedy famously said, "Success has many fathers, but failure is an orphan." When a fight this big gets made, there are no shortage of people rushing to take credit. But as someone who is involved, I can tell you who deserves the vast majority of the credit. It's these 2 fighters right here on this stage. It's Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia who deserve the credit for this fantastic event. Throughout the long negotiating process, they never wavered. There were plenty of doubters, naysayers, critics. They remained focused. They refused to take the easy way out, to take other opportunities, and delivered fight fans and boxing what the sport wanted and what fans wanted. So as we celebrate this event, we anticipate this event, let's remember that this event isn't about the network, it's not about the distributors, it's not about promoters. It's about these 2 star fighters who have taken it upon themselves to accept the biggest challenges of their careers. We'll see you April 22nd.
Next, come to the stage, President of Mayweather Promotions. He's Mr. Leonard Ellerby.
Thank you, Brian. Really excited to be here today. Lots of sunshine in beautiful New York City. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. By far the biggest fight in the entire sport. I recall a couple years ago, I was in Miami for the Logan Paul Floyd exhibition, and I was standing outside the hotel, and Ryan approached me, and he came up to me and he said, look, he said, I want to F your boy up. I said, look here, Slim, you don't want none of that work. You recall that conversation? And he went on to tell me, he said that's the fight that he really, really wanted. That's the only fight that he wanted. And this was a few years ago. And throughout everything, I believed him. When it comes to Tank Davis, Tank has been very, very adamant about getting this guy in the ring. When you got two young, undefeated guys coming together, it's going to be nothing but fireworks. And as Stephen just mentioned, you got to give all the credit to the two fighters. Because when it comes down to it, the fighters got to want it. It's not about the promoters at all, because, you know, if it was up to his promoters, this fight would not be happening. So we got to give Ryan all the credit, because he forced his promoters to make this fight. And that's why we're very, very excited, because come April 22nd, it's going to be nothing but fireworks. And again, Tank Davis is going to go out there and show you why he's one of the best fighters in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Leonard. All right, let's meet the teams. Coming to the podium. By the way, congratulations, because he's one of the newest members of the International Boxing Hall of Fame. One of the best trainers around, Mr. Joe Goosen.
All right, I hope this mic doesn't act up on me. It's been acting up on everybody else tonight. How you doing, Tank? Good to see you. And your team, of course. What a great what's that? I'm sorry. What a great event this is going to be. I mean, it's already today is you know, this is when things become real, when you get the two fighters together, and we have these press conferences, and you know. We've been training, like Tank's been training, I'm sure, all along. But I think after this press conference, you know, you get a renewed invigoration for what we're doing here, because we know it's going to be a tough fight. You're a great fighter. You've already proved that. Ryan's a great fighter. I love working with him. I just know you guys are going to put on a great show. I'm not going to say a lot more about it, because, you know, everyone else has talked about these two men, and they're going to go down in history. They're going to make history on the 22nd. This is an incredible pairing of two guys at this level. You don't see it too often. And the fans that, you don't want to miss that on this one. Like I say, there's certain pay-per-view shows that I pay-per-view. This would be one that I would not miss. I would plunk down the money for it, because it's going to be that exciting and that good. You've got two of the greatest fighters of this era right now sitting at this dais. And I can't wait to be a part of it. I already am, but I can't wait for that night. So good luck to both of you guys, and I wish you all the best. All right. You do it afterwards, huh?
That's okay. All right. Joe Goosen, everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to wear fight night, because I know you're coming with some stuff. All right, coming to the podium now, the pride of Baltimore. Of course, he runs that Upton gym there, west side of Baltimore. He is the trainer of Gervonta Tank Davis, Mr. Calvin Ford.
Oh, man, here we go again, y'all. Ron, I want to thank you, man. I see you brought out the weapons, Joe. I can't wait to see we're going to wait too. I showed my little youngins, and I'm like, yo, best wrestler coach since the century. Y'all don't know how important this fight is, y'all. This Generation X, they bringing boxing back. Yep. Y'all got to feel this energy. Two great fighters, man. All the best companies. Y'all made it happen, man. Ron, for years, I sit back, I don't watch the fights. I sit back and watch all the interviews that you did with Tank. You kept talking, but you understood that you had to do what you had to do to become the man that you are today. Look at this. This fight ain't about us. It's about the next generation of boxers to come. To see two great young fighters undefeated, ready to do their thing. And I can't wait till that night to be on this level, boy, because guess what? After this fight, who gonna be sitting on that throne? Y'all get it? Passing of the torch. You got Golden Boy, GTD, better known as Mayweather's. You know what I'm saying? We got love here, man. We got love. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. We've been waiting for something like this for years. This is the fight that's going to cost the other fighters the fight. To show y'all how it's done. And y'all jokers put it together. Man, y'all got me trembling. I can't wait for that night. Going against a great coach. That was smart. Go and get an old school coach. Thanks, got my man Bernard there. God dang, Tank, remember Bernard? When I first came home, I wanted to get in the ring with you, and I sit there and say, man, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? You inspire me to be who I am as far as this boxer, man. You got to put that work in. Ron, we want that what you call it right there, little Elvis curl. We want that. But hey, y'all got to embrace this energy right here. Because my man, you the king, but he's the savage of this thing. Y'all gonna get a great fight that night. Y'all ain't seen nothing. The best is coming, man. I can't wait. Joe, thank you, man.
Thank you, Calvin.
Against the minds.
Really appreciate it.
Against the minds right here. We ready, ain't we, youngin? We ready. Let's do it. Thank you.
All right, Cal. He's right. Got two of the best fighters in the sport of boxing, two of the best cornermen in this. It's going to be a hell of a night, April 22nd. Let's meet the fighters. Coming to the podium, man, we already talked about this guy. He's just exciting. He explodes off the screen when you see him in the ring. Unbeaten, 23-0, 19 knockouts. King Ryan himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia.
Thank you guys for coming today. Sorry for the wait, but we're here now. Thank you. I want to thank Golden Boy Promotions, obviously GTD Promotions, Showtime, DAZN. We really came together and really conquered the poison that's been stopping boxing from having the biggest fights. It wasn't easy, but you know, we found a way. This has been a fight that I've wanted for a very long time, and because for me, to be a champion, you have to beat the best. It's not about the titles. It's not about, you know, like I said, the titles. It's about who you beat. And for me, it's a testimony to the respect I got for him as a fighter. To me, I believe he's one of the best, and I've had that type of mentality since I was a young kid. Growing up in the amateurs I never thought about the weight class. I only thought about who was in it, because I want to be the best. And during this whole journey, I definitely put boxing first and the fans first, because I had to accept a lot of stipulations. They know it, you know, going down in weight, rehydration clause. I don't want to bring up too much, but those are the little things that I said to myself, you know what, if I put myself first, I should say no. But my heart don't let me. I got the character of a champion, and my power comes from within and from above. No matter what weight I'm down to, no matter what I have to do, my strength comes from here. I don't look like I hit hard, but I do hit hard. The punches, they just come quick, but when they hit you, you're just down. So I want to also, almost forgot, I want to thank Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. Glorious moment, I want to give it to Jesus. Thank you. Above all, April 22nd, this is the time where the words don't matter no more. The truth will come out. We're all about the truth. He's a great fighter. I'm a great fighter. We settled in the ring. Whoever wins holds the crown. Let's get it. Woo!
Love it. Coming to the podium now. Another unbeaten. 28-0, 26 knockouts. He's embracing, because we're in New York City, his Joe Namath look. I like it. He calls himself the one. He's Gervonta Tank Davis.
Man, we back at it. This time we got another dance partner. You know what I mean? Coming up, I watch Floyd and, you know what I mean, Oscar. Also, Bernard Hopkins, you know what I mean, and Joe Goosen and things like that. And I know that, you know what I mean, it's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? This fight gonna be tough. I feel as though that, you know what I mean, this is what we came to do. You know what I mean? I've been boxing since I was 7 years old. I fought a lot coming up. So I'm just happy to be a part of this moment, sharing the ring with a young fighter like Ryan Garcia, that's willing to dare himself to be great. He talked his way into this fight, and April the 22nd, he's going to have to be able to show it. You know what I mean? I'm coming from, you know what I mean, where I come from, Baltimore City, the inner city. A lot of people don't make it from there. So, again, I'm just happy to be a part of this fight. You know what I mean? This event. I want to thank Showtime, Al Heyman, Golden Boy, Ryan, Joe Goosen. You know what I mean? And I want to thank, you know what I mean, God, you know what I mean, my personal team and things like that, because I couldn't have did this by myself. You know what I mean? I had a great team, a great personal team and things like that, as far as like my personal team, my coaches, my support system, and kept me up. You know what I mean? I've been, again, keeping my head down and stay grinding in and out the gym. You know what I mean? We had a lot of people that talked down on us and things like that, but we stay focused and keep our head down a little bit and continue to grind. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's what really matters. You know what I mean? So April the 22nd, Ryan and Gervonta, big event. Make sure y'all buy the pay-per-view. If y'all can't buy the pay-per-view, make sure y'all show up. You know what I mean? So thank y'all for having me. And see y'all April the 22nd.
All right, fellas, let's talk about this fight. That's what everybody came here to see. They see you guys, and they want to hear what you have to think about this fight. Tank, I'll start with you. We talked about how big this fight is, mega fight, super fight. Won't you tell the people, in your opinion, why is this fight with you and Ryan so important to the sport?
I think it's important because both of us young. You know what I mean? I'm a little older than Ryan, but you know what I mean? I think that both of us at our peak. You know what I mean? A lot of young fighters don't fight each other, and I feel as though this is a stepping stone for, you know, the other younger fighters to get in the ring with each other. So I feel as though that, you know what I mean? We both made our name. Coming up, you know what I mean? The time is now. You know what I mean? Like I said before, he a great fighter, I'm a great fighter, and we put it all on the line, April the 22nd.
Ryan, same question. Why is this fight so important to the sport?
I mean, if you look at boxing in the position it is right now, it's been hard to get prime fighters together, right? It's usually too late, or you know, somebody's way past their prime. So this is a moment that I think boxing has been longing for a while, and it really is going to test where boxing's at, because you really can't make a bigger fight than this. So we're really going to see, you know, where boxing's at. They want to say boxing's dead. Well, we're about to see it, right? And I feel like this is the moment for both of us. This is a defining moment in our careers. This is legacy, right? And I think boxing has been longing for this. We finally got it, right? Two prime fighters together, going at it, and this is the moment for both of us. Do we want it? Do we want the crown or not? That's really what it's about.
Tank, past couple of fights, you've talked about quieting the doubters and how some have criticized you for your choice of opponents, that you have been protected for all these years. Does all of that go away on April 22nd?
Hopefully, but they always find something else to say. So, I mean, like I said, all I got to do is keep my head down and continue to grind, beat whoever they put in front of me. And that's starting with Ryan Garcia.
Ryan, everyone I think in the sport knows how talented you are as a fighter, but I think there's some who criticize you only for the social media following that you have and maybe don't take you as serious. Does all that come to an end on April 22nd?
For sure, I believe so. Obviously, Tank has the image of a devastating puncher, dangerous, and to me, he's a great fighter. So within myself, I would know for sure what type of fighter I am. You understand? I've been doing this since I was, like himself, 7 years old, over 200 amateur fights. So this is what I've always wanted. This is it. Pay-per-view. This is all, you know, everybody's here. So for me, I think it's destroying the image of, you know, judging a book by its cover. It's easy. I'm an easy person to target when it comes to, you know, he's not serious, you know, he's doing TikToks, whatever. But I wouldn't be here if that was true. If that was my main focus, I wouldn't be on this stage. It's quite clear. So this is the fight right here. Whoever wins, all that goes away.
You know, Tank fought Hector Garcia in January because he said, I want to stay busy. I want to make sure that going into the Ryan Garcia fight, I'm ready. You chose not to take a fight in the interim. Tell us why.
I just felt the struggles of making this fight and the things that had to be done, how long it was dragging out. I just didn't want to put that risk. And not for the loss, but you could hurt your hand, headbutts, a lot of different issues that could occur in a fight. So I chose not to secure this fight and make sure that it's guaranteed. I didn't wait that long just to, you know, mess it up at the finish line. So I made sure we got to the finish line. That's why I chose not to get a tune-up.
Tank, I want to talk to you about the fight. In the past, you know, you've been known for taking your time when you fight a guy, see what he's going to bring, and then you get these late round stoppages. Does that change on April 22nd, considering now you're fighting a young guy who's got some powerful hands and usually brings it at the beginning of the fight?
It depends on what he brings that night. If he coming like fast or he's coming slow, then I might take. I always want to take my time, you know what I mean. But it all depends on Ryan Garcia, what he bring come April the 22nd.
Ryan, along those lines, you told the media, quote, I'm knocking Tank Davis out in 2 rounds. If he's a tank, I'm an RPG. Tell us why this is going to be an early stoppage, April 22nd.
You made that sound corny, man. Like, yeah.
Should I try it again?
No, you're good. You're good. That was me. I said that, right? Yeah. You know, when I say things like second round, you asked for a prediction, I gave you one. To me, I'm going to be ready for 12. You understand? And you have to respect the fighter going in. You can't just jump in and try to get a knockout. I mean, it's quite clear. You know, anybody with a strategic mind would think that. So, for me, it might be more of a thinking fight than people may believe. With different opponents, you got to approach it different ways. When he's in front of you and you see what he's attempting, it might not make you take that shot, or you know, you might have to make adjustments on the way. There's a lot of little intrigues in fights that cause you to make adjustments. So, I don't know how I'm gonna come out. Like I said, it's a dance.
Just say he was talking out the ass. That's what he was doing. He was talking out the ass.
Hey, someone got to promote it. I was here on time, right?
That's cool. You're supposed to be like that.
So,
what do you mean?
You're supposed to be like that.
I don't understand. What do you mean by that? I'm supposed to be like that. Yeah. I'm professional. I am.
That's cool.
So Tank, he's wanted this fight a long time. There's an old adage, be careful what you ask for. What is he getting April 22nd?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
There's an old adage, you know, you got to be careful what you ask for when you want something. So what is Ryan Garcia getting on April 22nd?
Ass whooping. That's what he's getting.
We'll wrap it up with this. Ryan, for that sold-out arena and those thousands of people who are going to pay hard-earned money, those people who are going to pay their hard-earned money for Showtime pay-per-view, what can you guarantee they're going to get on April 22nd when you step into the ring with Gervonta Davis?
I'll guarantee you a classic. It's going to be a classic fight. I'll guarantee that. You're going to remember this for a long time.
Cool.
Tank Davis, same question. For those folks who are going to pay their hard-earned money, come out to Las Vegas or order the fight on Showtime pay-per-view, what can you guarantee they're going to get when you face Ryan Garcia?
Explosive fight. Two young guys that's hungry. You know what I mean? It's just who wanted more. Who built like that, that's who's going to win. That's who's going to really win. Nobody can fight for him. Nobody can fight for me. It's about who really won it, who really got that dog in them. That's who's going to win.
That's your quote. Who's going to win? The person who's built like that. That's what's going down April 22nd. When these two unbeaten, explosive fighters go at it in the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas. Again, it comes your way on Showtime pay-per-view. Tickets go on sale. That is Friday, March 10th. They can be purchased through AXS.com. The pre-sale tomorrow. Just make sure you use the code BOXING. Gentlemen, let's have a face-off.
Gentlemen, clear from behind, guys. Thank you. It's on. Oscar.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. There you have it. Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.